morning, everyone. It got quiet in here without me having to even cue, so I figure it's time to start. Welcome to our grade 1 concert, Big Beautiful Planet. The kids are going to put on a wonderful show, and you'll learn a little bit about what the kids are learning about in terms of taking care of our planet and our community. So a little housekeeping before we start. We do not expect any emergencies, but just in case, there's an exit out this way, there's an exit through the main lobby, and there's an exit going out to the right into the back parking lot. We have adult bathrooms right here to my left. There are 2 of them. And at the end, I'll remind you at the end, but we're going to allow the students to exit back to their classes before I dismiss the cafeteria. We are excited to present the students from the classes of Mr. Owen's class, wave to your parents. Mrs. Bentley's class, big wave. Mrs. Santasuso, Mrs. DeBrino's class, big wave. And Mr. Delgado students, big wave to you. I'm going to welcome Dominic, Adrian, and Florence to the microphone. They will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, so I'm going to ask everyone stand, and the flag is over there. It is now my pleasure to introduce our very talented musical director, Mrs. Marina Berger.
The world we live in is a very big place. On April 22nd, the whole world celebrates Earth Day. We must realize that the Earth is precious to us. We can't live without it. We must stop being so wasteful. All our bad habits are hurting our world. If we don't change our ways, the world could become a terrible place to live.
You and many others live
Trees are very important to our environment. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Trees give us wood for building and shade for keeping cool. We should plant more trees and only cut down when we have to. Recycling is a key part in helping our environment too. We can recycle certain types of things like paper, cardboard, glass, and certain types of metal. Recycling is a vital part of our future planet. If we are recycling, we're throwing it all away. to color silly. No, not that kind, the other kind of bee. You mean when you see the people in green? Yeah, that kind. That means they're trying to live in an earth-friendly way. It sounds like it is hard to do. No, not at all. In fact, it's easy being green. Just listen. There's many ways to save the earth. We should draw less or walk or recycle more. We should turn off the lights when we're not using them. We should only run the air conditioner when we have to. We can save a lot of energy by insulating our homes. We should use as little water as possible for any taps. And we should fix our leaky faucets.
Hey!
Loosely use the cycle are the words that we all know. We have to save our planet so we can live and grow. We might be only children, but we'll try, you'll see. And we can save this planet. It starts with you and me.
That was wonderful, boys and girls. That was terrific. Were they good? I have to remind myself I have to stay here so they get me on camera, and that's very, very difficult for me. I have to thank, there's a lot of people that really helped make this a special event. The secretaries in the main office, Mrs. Eduardo, Mrs. Monaco, I don't know if they're here, they do a great job. They put a lot of things together, organizing behind the scenes. The custodians help set up in a lot of different ways, and they work with O&M, who comes and helps and does all the parking for the faculty and the parents. So I owe them a great debt of appreciation. We have a wonderful PTA that helps us out in so many different ways. I'd like to acknowledge parents who specifically helped decorate for this production. If you're here, take a wave. Mrs. London, Mrs. Rivera, Mrs. Durnan, Mrs. Marcelino, Mr. Duttweiler, Mrs. Carey, and Mrs. Gunn. I have to thank Dr. Hatter, who was here. Mrs. Ammerling is here in the back. Dr. McGinnis, our Human Resources Director, was here. Mrs. Almeida from our Pupil Personnel Services Office. And along with them, I have to thank the Board of Education, because the Central Administration and the Board of Education is always so diligent in making sure that we have all the resources that we need to do productions like this. So I'm indebted to them as well. I have to thank our wonderful teachers and teaching assistants, Mrs. Bentley, Mr. Owens, Mrs. Costello, Mrs. Santasuso, Mrs. DeBrino, who's here as a teacher and a parent today, Mrs. Morganti, Mr. Delgado, Mrs. Brahimi, Mrs. Autry. I'm now going to invite Chase and Ileana, who on behalf of the first grade would like to extend a big thank you We'll go that way. To Mrs. Berger. On behalf of our entire faculty and staff, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come join us for this special event. We're going to let the students back to class first, and then I'll dismiss the parents.